Now. Cross this out. Just cross out. Deborah Fischel. Cross out, wait, 11. Yeah, cross that out. Cross that out. Cross that out. Cross that out and that out. Yes, cross that and that. Okay,
Very good. Ear.
okay, and estero all the way through there.
Very good.
Okay. Now. Why did he put Honey Sampson up there?
When you're in G major, E minor is your relative minor key. You're absolutely correct.
It's on here too. Maybe it's just this one.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
But if you're in
But
B flat.
see, I've jumped
D
Bobby on
minor,
here. See,
You got all of these.
B flat major.
so maybe
Major and G minor is relative.
just cross that one out, Bunny. Cross out Bunny and Victor.
Music
Cross
theory,
that out.
it's so much fun.
Okay, so maybe it's this now.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So then put this on the end, Bobby Eckstein. And put 6/4/26. Okay, crash. Thank you. Okay. We gotta start.
Anything there that you don't want, just tell me, and it goes, we
You
got
okay?
some of the stuff
Yeah.
off, so it's a little bit better.
It looks a lot better.
Yeah.
I see.
I appreciate your efforts.
Well, you know, during holidays, I
Pretty?
do,
Yeah.
because I don't know the music so well, but.
Well, that does say Yud Hey Vav Hey.
Yeah. And I probably will.
We'll talk. Anyway, if there's anything there you don't want, out it goes.
Okay. Okay, welcome everyone. Good evening.
Good evening.
It's on.
You hear it? Very good.
Okay. So we begin with our Hevenu Shalom Aleichem. Hevenu. Is everybody hearing me? Sorry, Mark, they're all saying they hear me.
Continue to talk. It says they don't.
Ready?
Yeah. Aleichem. Hevenu Shalom Aleichem. Hevenu Shalom Aleichem. Hevenu Shalom, Shalom, Shalom Aleichem. Hevenu Shalom Aleichem. Hevenu Shalom Aleichem. Hevenu Shalom Aleichem. Hevenu Shalom, Shalom, Shalom Aleichem. Okay. And tonight for the candle blessing, I believe we have the famous Diane. And that is on page 120. You know, that's a very famous number, very important number, right? Because how old was Moses when he died? He was 120. And if you wish someone a long life, you say, Ad mea ve'esrim until 120. So there you go, Diane. Ad mea ve'esrim. Okay, we're all trying. We're all doing it.
Blessed are you, Adonai our God, sovereign of the universe, who follows us, commanding us to kindle the light of Shabbat. Do you want to sing? Okay. Yes. Okay, Yishar Kochech. That means, may you go from strength to strength and ever get stronger. That's right. If you say it to a man, it's Yesher Koach. Maybe you've heard it more like that. That's what I.
Yesher Koach, or sometimes Yiddishy, Yesher Keach.
Yeah.
Some people say it like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But if you say to a woman, Yishar Kochech. Yeah. Sorry, I know a lot of people don't like the Kochech. Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah. What? Yes, yes, Eileen.
They did that, the Chabad telethon, and they had, the guy with the suspenders, and he kept saying, here we are at Shabbat. And so I went, "Don't get up and back over there, it's not Shabbat."
Right, right. And we call it our Chumash, right? Our 5 books of Moses. Hamesh is 5. Chumash means the book that has 5 in it, Chumash. And it's the same as how the Indians spell their name, Chumash,
That's right.
right? So,
Right.
you know, there are
No connection.
none, 0. Who said really? There's absolutely no coincidence whatsoever. You know, there are different languages in the world, and they have words that sound like each other in the other languages. I mean, I know just a few languages myself: French, Spanish, Italian, and Hebrew, and English. And there's a lot of words that sound like this or that. I used to have a friend who was trying to learn Hebrew, and she would always try to relate a Hebrew word that sounded sort of like an English word to her. And she would say, oh, well, it must be connected. And then I would show her, no, it isn't. It's not connected. And there isn't any way that Chumash, that means 5, is connected with the Chumash Indians. Now, I don't know what the Chumash would say that word means, but I bet you it means something like the people. That's what all the other Indian names mean, like Navajo.
Yeah.
Navajo, it means the people. Hopi, the people, in their own languages. Okay, so it probably means something of that nature, and I don't know that for a fact, but I'm just extrapolating. Okay. Okay, moving on, we come to Lechadodi 138. To you, my beloved, who we call the bride. You are the faces of the Sabbath. Let us receive you. Are you ready? Lili krakala, lai la 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 la, Shabbat kabela, lai la 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 la, Shamo besachot, bediborecha, ishbia anuel, ameicha, Adonai, Shemo Eshem Timeret Beli They shall find their coffin down. Vive shalom, ahateret bala, gal besimcha, uvetzora, toch emunei, am segula, oi chala, oi chala, ato dili kakata. Okay, and we come to Shalom Aleichem, which is on page 142 in the prayer book. But then there's the two extra verses in English on the extra page. Shalom Malachi Hasharet Malachi B'Yeh Malachi Amlachim Makadosh Baruch Oachem Shalom Malachi Hashalom Malachi Elyon B'Melech Malachi Amlachim Makadosh Baruch Baruch Shalom Malachi Shalom Malachi Malachi Makadosh Baruch Faith and Shalom Malachi Shalom Malachi Elyon B'Melech Malachi Amlachim Makadosh Baruch Hu. Shalom Aleichem, and to all our friends as well. Welcome, angels on high. Amen. Joy at our Shabbat table. Welcome, joy. Come, join our singing. Spirit sorrows. Together we will rise tonight. When we gather, worship and joy abound. Our peace are filling our hearts. Okay, you know, you always try to chidur the mitzvah. Chidur mitzvah means make the mitzvah even more beautiful. So that's why I wrote those extra verses. I hope you feel the same way as I do about it. Okay, yes, Mr. President, would you regale us with the announcements?
Thank you. Good Shabbos, everyone.
Good,
And welcome to Shabbat services at Temple Beth Emet of Burbank. Services are conducted by Rabbi Janet Bieber and accompanied by our music director, Robin Kreisberg. Rabbis, the others. The exact time we have not determined yet, but I think it's going to be 4 o'clock in the afternoon. All in favor of 4 o'clock in the afternoon?
Sounds good.
All opposed? It's 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
There will be concessions for sale. The fundraiser, right?
That's the way we do things here. We like to get everybody's input.
Yes.
We do continue our special fundraising appeal for the heating system in the sanctuary. It's warm today. The air conditioner feels really nice. But come December, it's going to be cold and the air conditioner won't feel as nice. You're gonna want heat. And in order to get heat, we need to raise a few more bucks to replace the furnace. You can sponsor an Onik Shabbat or a bagel brunch to honor a special occasion or person. And we also have a donation box now to help fund our bagel brunch because bagels are more expensive than other things. And if you want a really nice bagel brunch, either sponsor it or put some money in the box and we'll get it done. Also remember to designate Temple Beth Emet of Burbank with your Ralph's Rewards card on their Community Rewards program. We'll get a small donation every time you shop, and we do still collect non-perishable food for Burbank Temporary Aid and toys and things for Adolescents for Children's Hospital. The collection boxes are in the hallway. Now, in Temple Beth Emet grand tradition, I have to ask, did I forget anything? If not, we'll go back to the service and Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat shalom. So who would like to open the ark tonight?
I guess I'll do it.
Okay. Very good. Well, we're going to open it now. And we're going to rise for the Baruch Hu.
That's okay.
The Baruch Hu is on 146. That is it. Lie, 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 lie. Lie, 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 lie. Lie, 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 lie. On page 148, please read with me. As a matter of fact, Bunny, will you lead us in the English paragraph at the bottom of page 148?
Can I do it together?
Yeah.
Blessed are you,
Skillfully holds the gates.
According to plan.
You are creator of day and night. Holding light away from darkness.
And darkness from light, transforming day into night, and distinguishing one from the other. Adonai Tzevaot is your name.
Ever living God. You reign. Blessed are you, Adonai.
Baruch atah Adonai, Hamariv, Aravi. Yes, amen. On page 152, we have the Shema. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Shekefot Mato Leolam. And David is going to close the ark. We may be seated and we'll continue on page 154 with the Ve'ahavta. Oh. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha bechol levavcha ubechol nafshecha ubechol meodecha vehayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi metzavecha hayom הלבביך, ושיננתם לבניך, ודיברת בם, ושיתך בביתך, ובלכתך בדרך, ושכבך, ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם. אדוני אלוהיכם אמת. And on page 158, we have the very lively Mi Chamocha. And don't forget your Yababai. You got your Yababais ready there, Rick?
Yeah.
All right.
1, 2, ready, and.
ונאמר כי פדה אדוני את יעקב וגאלו מיד חזק ממנו, ברוך אתה אדוני גאל ישראל. Amen. Okay.
I'm sorry.
That was a good second page.
I think it, ma'am, I think it'd be nice, perhaps if we do Yismechu tonight, as opposed to Vishamru. It's on page 162. And let's just look at it in English for a second. Those who keep the Sabbath by calling it a delight will rejoice in your realm. The people that hallow Shabbat will delight in your goodness, for being pleased with the seventh day, you hallowed it as the most precious of days, drawing our attention to the work of creation. Amen. Wait a second. Yes. Mekadeshe Shevi Shabbat. Kula meyispeu v'itangu mitovecha Shabbat. V'hashvi ratzita bo v'kidashto Shabbat, everyone, Shabbat. Chemdat yamim oto karata. Zechel ma'aseh v'reshit Shabbat. Shabbat. Ore ore Shabbat. Ore Okay, well, we've come to the point in our service where we give everyone an opportunity to share something that you might want the congregation to know briefly. And I see Margaret, I see Joanne. If you think of something, then raise your hand after. So Margaret?
I'd like to share. So-
Uh-oh.
So the first thing is something that I do and then I've been asked to share something with the congregation. So I'll do it. All right. So first thing is I went to the Ono.
I'm sorry, you did what?
Went to the Yoko Ono exhibit at the Broad.
Oh,
And
is that her artwork?
it is her artwork. There is a little bit of the music. It's interactive. It's really, in my eyes, very thought provoking. Some people absolutely hate her. And I understand. And I like personal stories about whenever when I in a Georgia store. So that's a story. But it was really great. I brought my daughter who had absolutely no idea about anything, and she actually really enjoyed it because there were really hard things to do and things to draw and all sorts of other stuff. So it's really lovely. And I would recommend it at the Road for the next couple of months and go and it's an hour, which would go through, but it's worth the $40. It's not that to go. And then second thing is I have been texting with May.
Oh,
and
please.
So I just wanted to tell you that she's doing fine. She was going to services tonight.
Oh, great.
And her brother is doing better,
Oh,
but he has a long way to go before he can have the operation. So she's not quite sure
oh,
how long that she will be there. She doesn't quite know yet.
she's a very good sister.
Very good, sister. Absolutely, absolutely. So, you know, as I told her, I just started thinking about her.
We all miss May.
And so we just
Yeah.
wanted, so we just wanted everybody to know.
Okay, please tell her if you're in, because, you know, she obviously doesn't want 50 text messages. So just, in other words, from everybody. So just tell her, especially I'd like you to tell her that I am glad to hear that she's okay. Okay.
So,
Okay, super duper. Joanne?
Two weeks ago, I saw, the Thunderbird sign,
The bio
yeah,
pic
yeah.
with
Bio-
Cooper?
No, it's Thunderbird sign, it's a documentary.
Oh, a documentary of himself.
Interesting and all the music and,
Mhm.
and it's called Birdstein's Wall. And first you don't know what that means, but he went to the hotel and showed them their wall. Also, he went to the Berlin Wall. Concert there. And so it's really good. And then last week I saw, Tuner with Dustin Hoffman, plays an aging piano tuner. And
Oh.
great somebody and,
Okay, and that's a commercial movie in the theater? Uh-huh.
and, I've distant connection with, my.
With
aunt-
Dustin?
Yeah, my aunt a long time ago that dead for 30 years, but she took piano lessons, but they were she's like 5 years older, and they were in a contest, and so my aunt probably 12, about 7, 6, and he won. Made a big deal about it. You never won. So me and the son. Yeah.
All right.
That's so cool.
Thank you. Eileen?
Go see Pressure.
Oh,
Very, very good, and it's, about D-Day and the fact that at the meteorologist, they wanted to go on the 5th, the meteorologist said, no, there's gonna be storms, go on the 6th. And Eisenhower listened, and the rest is history. But it was a really good movie, even if you know that it's gonna be the 6th, it's still was,
yeah.
That's cool. Well, people knew the ending of the Titanic, they still went to see it.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know who you. Robin,
Yes,
Robin.
Yeah,
I didn't
hi.
see you over there.
Joanne told me about this. Great performances. You can see it at any time. Jews and musical theater. It's incredible. You will absolutely love it. There's just, it's all about our people and our connection to musical theater. And you'll see footage. It's on PBS. You can find it streaming. It's probably on YouTube as well. KOCE is our PBS station
Oh.
here, It was just amazing, and I thank you, Joanne, and I just think everybody ought to see it. It's just
Okay.
incredible. And then 2 other things. I don't know if you want to play mahjong, but if you do, they do it over the Jocelyn Center on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And I was amazed to know that they do that at the Jocelyn Center. And something else that they do at the Jocelyn Center is that they have Bet Sedek legal services at the
Oh.
Jocelyn.
Oh,
And so I just wanted you to know, there's like 9 different things that they'll address for you. A nonprofit organization that aims to help improve the safety and quality of life for older adults. Bet Sedek, you have all heard of it, but I had no idea that it was available to us over there at the Jocelyn Center.
isn't that great? My mentor and one of the founders of my rabbinical academy, Stan Levy,
Oh,
is a lawyer, and he
Oh.
is one of the founders of Beit Tzedek.
fantastic.
I think there were 3 lawyers who founded that. I'm not sure who the other 2 were, but it is wonderful.
Yeah,
They help-
justice for all, Bet Sedek.
Yes, yes.
That's all.
Very
Thank
good.
you.
Okay, Bunny.
Well, Reb, I didn't see any movies this week, I'm sorry. I did find out today, I don't really know all the facts, but I do know that next week, the Holocaust Museum is reopening.
Oh, that's right.
On Pico.
Yes.
Oh,
I thought it was in Pan Pacific Park.
What,
I thought it was on Pan.
that is a
Pan
different
Pacific Park.
institution.
yes.
Not
Is
the
it-
Museum of Tone.
Oh, is that, wait a minute. So the one you're talking about?
Yeah. It is the Museum of Thoughts.
Oh, on Pico. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, that's because it's been closed for quite a
That's it.
long time.
Prior, but I believe the grand opening is on the 14th.
Okay. Okay,
I know that because a dear friend of mine, her in-laws are being honored because they're some of the original founders.
very good, very good. All of these things contribute to the welfare of the community and also the expanding knowledge that needs to happen in Los Angeles, you know, so good. I'm glad to hear that it's opening again. Anyone else? Did we,
Thanks.
everybody's had a chance? Okay.
Sorry, I didn't see
There's always this week coming up. You can see a movie, Bunny. Okay, shall we sing a little Shalom Rav? Shalom Rav is on page 178. 178. Nice to sing that for a change. Yeah. I love that expression, Shalom Rav. Not just shalom, but abundant peace. Rav means abundant. So, yeah. Al Yisrael Amcha, for Israel, your nation, and of course, the whole world. Okay, well, our Torah portion this week is Beha'alotecha. Oh my goodness, you're going to tell me, Rabbi, that's such a long word. And yes, it is. But really, it comes from la'alot, to go up. Like there's a few words that we use that for. For instance, when you come up to do an aliyah, you come up to the Torah, you make aliyah. It's the same word. Lahalot, aliyah, to the Torah. You come up to the Torah. And in this case, it means when you raise up, when you raise up. And it talks about well, I'm going to tell you all the things it talks about. Not every single thing, of course, you know, there's so many things in one Torah portion that we would be here for hours. Portion. The parameters of our lives, first of all, have shifted and have changed to such a great degree recently. I don't have to explain that to you. The news headlines today are ominous. It seems that wherever we look, there is cause for concern, even fear. We are living through a difficult time where many things that were once believed to be certain now seem to be totally shifting under our feet. anyone who has lived through an earthquake knows that this can be scary and unsettling, right? We know when the earthquake is over, we know it's over, but you've been shaken up and it's unsettling, okay? Yet one antidote that we have as a people is hope. Hope. And the story of our people's journey through the wilderness can provide us with the fertile ground of hope. At the end of Baha'alotecha, this week's portion, there are 3 different scenes that raise a number of different difficult questions. The first scene has the Israelites complaining, oh, what else is new? And God responding, what are they complaining about? So many, what?
Sorry, I thought there was the hardships of going through the desert.
Well, that's one thing. We're going to talk about all the things. They were complaining, and so God responds with a fire that ravages the outskirts of the camp and is only abated when Moses advocates on behalf of the people, entreating God for mercy. Give them a break. They know not what they do. Okay? The second scene, the complaining, is focused on the Israelites' boredom with what they've been eating in the desert. What have they been eating? Manna. That's right. We talked about manna, right? It still grows today. It's from a plant that lays on the floor of the desert, big leaves. The leaves sort of weep out this kind of pudding that becomes like a toffee-like thing. You pull it off the leaf and you roll it up like a fruit roll-up and you eat it. People still eat it today. And it's really a superfood. It's got protein, it's got fiber, it's got vitamins, minerals. I mean, it's just packed with good nutrition. And you can't get fat eating it. No, you just get strong and healthy. But that could be boring, right? I mean, even if you love something, like, I don't know about you, but I sort of have cycles. You know, I go through, sometimes I'm really in love with cottage cheese, for instance. Sometimes, oh, I've had enough of that. Let's try a little peanut butter. Oh, peanut butter. It can be really, really good, but you have it twice in a row. It's Gamarnu, enough already. You want to have something else, and on and on. But they had only one thing, morning, noon, and night, and they were tired of it. So the third thing is Aaron and Miriam are speaking out against Moses for having married a Cushite woman. And I see that Marlene straightened up for that word because she knows what that word means, don't you, Marlene? Cushite. In Israel now they call them Cushim. Black. In other words, black. Okay. And Cush is well, yeah, I don't want to get ahead of myself, but Cush is a place that is south of Egypt, and the people are indeed pretty darn black. They are. But some people say that Moses was black, and he might have been. He might have been black like Sadat was, Anwar Sadat, remember him? He had the curly hair, the sort of like a fro, and but darker skin, not exactly black, but not exactly white, right? Some people say Jesus was kind of black, and Middle Eastern people, generally speaking, tend to be darker, but the Cushim are really dark, and Moses married a Cushite woman. Okay, so, but they got a stern talking to from God, and Miriam got a physical affliction from it. So serious issues and fundamental questions are raised in these 2 chapters. There's a parallel to these chapters in our world today. Oh, surprise, surprise. Are you surprised, Ira? No, he's not, because he's in the know. In the last 15 years, the kinds of changes that we have lived through include, are you ready? Financial meltdown, climate breakdown, COVID lockdown, racial issues resurrected all over the place, religious disruption, and oy vey, technology exploding, the AI revolution. It is hard to keep your footing among all of that change and in such a very short time. Thinking about this extensive list, we can find parallels to most of these changes, within the 2 chapters of this portion in the book of Numbers that we are considering today. Let's start with the religious disruption. In our Torah portion, God and Moses are the 2 main religious leaders. An argument can be put forth that they both let down the Israelites. Moses offers a dramatic speech where he tells God that he can no longer lead the people. So Moses is talking to God now, and this is a quote from our parsha. Did I produce this people? Did I engender them? I cannot carry them all by myself, for it is too much for me. Kill me rather, and let me see no more of my wretchedness. He was truly frustrated. And you can understand this because as we read about the Israelites' constant complaining, yet it is also a letdown from what we have seen previously of Moses, who has been so far the spokesperson for God throughout our people's journey. There's also concerning behavior from God in this section. In each of these 3 scenes, God acts out of anger. To the first scene, it says, Adonai heard and was incensed. To the second scene, it says, when the anger of Adonai blazed forth against the people, still incensed with them, Adonai departed. That was the answer to the third one. God was so annoyed at at Aaron and Miriam criticizing Moses for having married a black woman that God was so annoyed that he left. Okay? So it's hard to comprehend how God could respond to the Israelites, Miriam and Aaron, with such anger. Recognizing the many attributes of God, it is hard not to feel let down when God's actions don't come from compassion and mercy. What about climate breakdown? In chapter 11 alone, a fire ravages the outskirts of the camp, and an unnatural sea wind deposits enough quail in the camp for more than 1 million people to eat quail for an entire month. These are only 2 examples in the Torah where God overturns the laws of nature. It is hard to not compare these with the fires that we are seeing today in our own backyard, or the extinction of species as their natural habitats continue to disappear. If we think of technology as a way we communicate, we can also see in this portion a technology showdown regarding who speaks for God. Following Moses' desperate plea for help, God decides that 70 representative elders will receive God's Spirit and therefore be able to serve as prophets, so Moses doesn't have to do it all by himself. This seems to be a democratization of who can speak for God, but when Joshua expresses concern, Moses responds, would that all Adonai's people were prophets, that Adonai put the divine spirit upon them. In other words, Moses is very, very happy to have other people take over some of the duties of leading. Well, it's a lot to lead 1 million people. That's a whole lot. And they needed to have the other people to help. Okay. So compare this with what happens a few verses later when Miriam and Aaron complain quote, has Adonai spoken only through Moses? Has God not spoken through us as well? That's Numbers chapter 12. And God responds to this to explain what makes God's relationship with Moses different from all other prophets. In chapter 12, we have the ugly moment of racial shaming when Miriam speaks against Moses marrying a Cushite woman. According to the women's commentary, that's a modern commentary written by women. In the Bible, Cush is located, as I said, to the south of Egypt, east of Sudan. The term Cushite is also used to describe being dark-skinned. And finally, how does this portion connect to the COVID lockdown that we've all lived through? Well, Miriam is struck with a scaly affliction after talking badly about Moses's wife, and she's forced to leave the camp. The Israelites don't leave her behind. They halt and they wait for her safe return to the community. You know, she was a much beloved person. And also, she's responsible for finding water wherever they go in the desert. She was known as a professional dowser. Yeah, she was the one. You've heard maybe a story, Miriam and the well. Yeah, that she's associated with finding water. Okay. Okay, and now about the COVID. Miriam is struck with a scaly affliction and forced to leave, and then they waited for her. And as it says in our parsha, so Miriam was shut out of the camp 7 days, and the people did not march on until Miriam was readmitted. Okay, what can be learned from this? There are seismic shifts happening in our world right now, including things that are believed to be unprecedented. There's collective trauma and many people experiencing multiple traumatic changes simultaneously. So did the Israelites. No one would say that the journey through the wilderness was an easy one, and there were unfortunately tragedies along the way. But ultimately, as a people, we did reach the promised land. Many challenges that seem insurmountable today in our lives will hopefully lead us step by step to a better and brighter future where there is more calm and less to worry about. Amen. That's what I'm hoping for. Okay. We continue with our service on page 371 with the Mishaberach, and we're going to open the ark and we will be rising. Okay. Would anybody like to mention names before we begin? Yes. Evelyn Clark and Liz Esperno. Jen? Stuart Stachny, Mark?
Derek and Eileen Power.
Derek and Eileen Power? Power.
P-O-W.
Power, as I said. Okay. Kathy Cranes?
Ruth Tanner.
Ruth Tanner, right? Yes. Margaret?
And then May's brother.
May's brother? Ah, darn. Yeah,
And Missy Mosley Bennett.
okay. I think everybody heard that. Rick? Okay, Helen, and I can't repeat it because I didn't get the names. Helen Lim. Oh, Ellen Lim. Marty Steele. Mark Steele. Okay, Batsheva, Bat Moshe Verivka Leah, Ruchel Leah, and anyone else? Yes, Laura Bean.
Alice Balance.
Allison Malice. Okay. Our Misha Berach is on page 371. Misha Bikor habracha leimo teino. May the source of strength who bless the world before us help us find which to make our lives a blessing and let us say Amen. Bless those in need of healing with refuah, Shalema, the renewal body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say Amen. We continue on page 586 with the Aleinu. Aleinu l'shavei lando oh, La'atein gedolah le'otzei rishit shelo asavu kegoyei ha'atzot ve'lo samanu b'mishpachot ha'adama shelo samvel keinu ve'lo amana ba'ana. Hey, Hamanim, Shem, Shammai, Beyasera, Moshe Mikaru, Bashamayim, Mibaa, Mushkina Tuzo, Mushkina Tuzo, Megate Meru, Owen Keinu. Yadunayo Elohim Bashamayim Mima'al Ve'al ha'aretz Itachat Einot Ve'nei Ve'nei. Okay, and we call to mind at this time those we remember tonight on the anniversary of their passing, as well as those we have lost in recent months, even as close as a few days ago. The June yahrzeits are Selma Caden, Joseph Frischman, Edith Edith Liebgott. Did I say it right? Liebgott, Rabbi William Kramer, Stanley Kennedy, Honey Sampson, Karen Sund, Sarah Hanley, Sarah Hanley, Sarah Schwartzman, John Parati, Don Rogers, Terry Lambert, John Elsky, Renee Good, Alex Preddy, Gabe Lopez, Robert Tannenbaum, John Parati. Someone wrote John Parati twice. Nick Sardenia, Steve Maslow, Sean Wiggins, Lindsay Dietrich Davidson, Jim Bennett, and Moshe Morris Soller. And we have to add today Bobby Eckstein, the mother-in-law of Kathy, who died only 2 days ago.
Actually, yesterday.
Yesterday, okay. May their memories be for a blessing.
Addition,
What?
additions,
Yes.
Roberta Libman and Elsie Needleman.
Oh. Okay, are those yard signs?
Elsie Noodleman's a yard site and Roberta's recently passed,
Okay,
3 months.
okay, thank you. Anyone else? Oh, Rick. Stephen Dickman. Okay. May their memories be for a blessing. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, ve'alma divrach hiruteh ve'amlich malachuteh, v'chayechon v'yomechon v'chayei v'chol beit Yisrael, b'agala v'zman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevarach le'olam u'lalmei almaya, יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתעלה שמי לקודשה בריחו לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה ואמירן בעלמא ואמרו אמן. יהי שלום רבה משמיה וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל ואמרו amen. And as soon as David closes the ark, you may be seated, and we're going to have our priestly blessing in just a moment. Thank you. Page 603. May God bless you and keep you. Yevarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha. May God's light shine upon you, and may God be gracious to you. Yaher Adonai panav elecha v'chuneka. And may you feel God's presence within you always. And may you find peace. Yisa Adonai panav elecha ve'yasem lecha shalom ken yehi ratzon. And Robin? Yes. Sing. Oh, snake. Shabbat shalom. Very much fun. Did you not go high enough? God knows only.